Close your eyes, breathe gently, let time slow down. Tonight, I'll take you to a small town that never rushed. Nestled between rolling hills and misty woods, the town of Winlow ticks slowly, not with traffic, nor noise, but with time, precise, patient, and perfect. At the edge of the cobblestone street stood a tiny shop, no bigger than a single room. Above its crooked wooden door hung a faded sign uttering as timepieces, but everyone simply called it the Clock House. Inside, hundreds of clocks lined the walls. Grandfather clocks, pocket watches, tiny bird clocks, all ticking each in their own rhythm, yet somehow never chaotic. At the heart of that melody stood the Clockmaker, a quiet old man named Edarin. His beard was white like morning frost, his hands soft and steady like a whisper weaving through time. People said he could fix any clock in the world, but what they didn't know was that Edarin wasn't just a clockmaker. He was a keeper of moments. Each clock he built had a secret, a tiny hidden compartment. Inside, he placed memories, not his own, but those of the people who entered his shop. A laugh, a tear, a silent wish. He captured them, bound them in time, and sealed them inside ticking vessels. He believed that memories, when stored gently, helped heal time. But one evening, one rain-soaked evening, something strange happened. A girl, no older than 12, entered the shop. She wore a yellow raincoat. Her shoes were soaked. She didn't speak. She just placed a small, broken wristwatch on the counter. Edarin picked it up, examined the crack, and asked gently, "Whose was this?" The girl whispered, "My father's. He forgets things." Edarin looked at her for a long moment. Her silence spoke volumes. He knew the feeling of losing time, of watching moments slip away like sand. So he nodded, understanding. He spent the entire night restoring that watch. But as he opened its back, he didn't find gears. He found silence. A silence so deep, it echoed. He tried to mend the watch, but it was no ordinary timepiece. As he touched the gears, memories flickered around him. A child's laughter echoing in an empty house, footsteps pacing a worn floorboard, a hand reaching out, a face creased with worry. It was the life that revolved around this watch, and as he held it, he felt its importance, its necessity. He closed the shop for 3 days. When he returned, the watch was fixed and ticking, but its sound was different. It pulsed like a heartbeat. He placed it on the counter and called the girl. "He won't forget anymore," he told her, his voice hoarse with emotion. "This watch remembers for him." The girl's eyes widened, then filled with tears. She understood. Time was relentless, but love, well, love could echo even in its absence. She reached out to take the watch, and as their fingers met, a warmth passed between them. It was the silent understanding of shared loss, of moments slipping through time's fingers. The girl clutched the watch to her chest, its steady beat of reassurance. She turned to leave, then paused. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice catching. She didn't need to say anything more. Her gratitude resonated in the quiet room, mingling with the ticking clocks. And as she stepped out into the soft glow of dusk, the rain-washed air felt lighter, the sky a bit brighter. It was as if a piece of lost time had been returned. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The memory of the girl and her father's watch lingered in Edarin's heart. He couldn't shake off the feeling that their story was somehow intertwined with his own. One day, while cleaning the old watch, he found a faded photograph tucked behind its casing. It was the girl and her father, both smiling. But it wasn't the smile that caught Edarin's attention. It was the background. He recognized the worn floorboard, the hand-stitched rug, the rocking chair in the corner. It was his shop. Suddenly, memories flooded his mind, not his own, but theirs. He remembered the day vividly. The girl had come in, not just with a broken watch, but with a piece of her fading past. He had fixed the watch, yes, but in doing so, he had inadvertently mended a part of their shared history, weaving it back into the fabric of their lives. Bittersweet smile touched his lips. In that moment, he realized the true weight of his craft. He wasn't just a clockmaker. He was a weaver of memories. Each tick-tock, He kept alive the echoes of lives lived, moments cherished, and stories untold. It was a profound realization, one that settled deep within his soul, warming him from the inside out. From then on, Edarin approached his work with even more reverence. Every clock he repaired, every watch he restored, every chime he tuned became a testament to the fleeting nature of time and the beauty of its moments. He understood now that time, though relentless, could be bridged. Memories, though faded, could be revived. And stories, though silenced, could be sung once more. Years rolled by, each marked by the steady rhythm of clocks. Seasons changed, leaves turned, and the air grew crisp with autumn's touch. As always, the first day of autumn held a special significance in Winlow. On this day, all the clocks in town, from the grandfathers to the pocket watches, chimed in unison for exactly 1 minute. Then they fell silent again until next year. But this year, something extraordinary happened. As the clocks chimed, a hush fell over the town. People stopped their daily routines, their faces tilted up towards the sky. And when the last echo faded, a voice, soft yet resonant, whispered through the stillness. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. "Take care of your moments," it said, "for they are more than time." Then as suddenly as it began, the voice ceased. The people of Winlow looked at each other, puzzled yet stirred by the enigmatic message. That day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the town, many found themselves drawn to the clock house. They gathered in front of it, their faces etched with questions and curiosity. And there, standing before them, was Edarin. Time had silvered his hair, but not his spirit. His eyes, though lined with years, still held the same gentle twinkle. He looked at the townspeople, their faces a reflection of their town's timeless charm, and smiled. The clocks, someone ventured, their voice echoing the town's unspoken thoughts. Edarin nodded, his gaze sweeping over the encircling faces. "They have a story to tell," he began, his voice carrying the weight of years and wisdom. And so he spoke, sharing tales woven with time, anecdotes that unfolded like the chapters of a well-loved book. He told them about the girl in the yellow raincoat and her father, about the watch that ticked with a heartbeat, about the moments that slipped through time's fingers and the memories that echoed in ticking clocks. As his stories wove through the twilight, the townspeople listened, captivated. They saw their lives reflected in its tales, their moments of joy, sorrow, love, and loss. They realized that time, though constant, was also kind, keeping the rhythm of their lives while etching its passage on their hearts. When Edarin finished, a profound silence descended on the gathering. It wasn't an awkward silence, but a reflective one, filled with the echoes of shared experiences and newfound understanding. Then slowly smiles touched their lips, smiles tinged with nostalgia and the quiet strength that comes from shared stories. From that day on, the first day of autumn became more than just a day on the calendar. It was a day of remembrance, a day to cherish moments, a day to honor time's relentless yet tender embrace. As the years spun their timeless tales, the people of Winlow lived their lives with a deeper appreciation for the melody of time. In the heart of the town, in the cozy confines of the clock house, Edarin continued his craft, his hands moving with the precision of one who understands the language of time. With each clock he touched, he kept alive the whispers of the past, ensuring that moments lived on in the gentle chime of grandfather clocks, or the delicate tick-tock of a pocket watch. For Edarin knew that time, though relentless, could be bridged. Memories, though faded, could be revived. And stories, though silenced, could be sung once more. And so, in the quaint town of Winlow, where time whispered its secrets to those who knew how to listen, the melody of life played on. A timeless symphony of moments, memories, and the quiet strength of a community bound by the rhythm of a clock. Somewhere in the distance, perhaps in a world much like ours or in a realm where time flows differently, there's a place called Winlow. If you listen closely, you might hear the faint ticking of clocks, the soft murmur of memories, and the gentle whisper of time itself. And if you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of a quiet old man with twinkling eyes, and hands that dance with the precision of a lifetime spent in service of time. His name is Edarin, and in his shop filled with ticking clocks, he keeps alive the heartbeat of moments, reminding us that even in the relentless march of time, there's always room for love, remembrance, and the quiet strength of a life well lived. Before you go, please remember to leave a comment and share your thoughts about this story. Your comments inspire us and help others find our videos. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this story. Subscribe to be part of our storytelling journey and never miss out on new stories. Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Follow AsmrWhispr